Hey guys, welcome back to our third episode of Her Huddle.
Big three. Sorry,
Say big three.
Big three.
So we had another game this weekend, and it was our first home game. We played Florida. Talk us through the game. Tell us about the game.
Well, we won 40-0, which is always a good score, especially for defense to not let in any points, but also all the points were scored on offense this time. So we didn't get pick nines, which is not good for defense, but I'm just saying our offense did well. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting us to score even more just off of watching film. I'm not disappointed, but I'm just we could have ran it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so. And we had some opportunities on defense as well. You guys did have some turnovers.
Yeah, some fumbles.
And I think you scored at the touchdown, or you were in the end
zone. Kaz ripped the ball off and ran into the end zone, but they said it was
down. So, I think we were close to we could have put more scores up.
Yeah.
And then also because I think we were up by a lot already first half. So the clock was rolling for most of the second half.
Yeah.
Which also, the time ran out. We didn't have that much time to put as much points up in the second half as we did in the first. But I would definitely say a good comeback compared to last weekend. And we definitely needed all those points, all those scores.
Yeah.
But like you said, I wish we could have put up a little bit more.
Yeah.
To kind of be a little safer.
Right. And to be fair, we did take a lot of starters out. Starting second half and then fourth quarter, and I mean it is fair if we're up by 40 to put second string in, but in a way because we lost by so much in the first week, I would have wanted us to put up more points, but like I said, I can't be disappointed. I mean, 40-0 is it's a good result, so we're happy about that.
That's a frustrating part when you win by 40-0.
I know, but
you're not happy,
right?
But
I mean, we're happy.
We're happy,
but we could be happier. But we're also kind of perfectionists, so we always it doesn't matter how much we win. Unless we win a championship, we're always gonna have something that we feel some type of way about, and that's just the years of football and everything.
But I do think it's good to kind of have this win going into the next round, because it does give the team a little bit of confidence.
Definitely.
Because I think going forward, our opponents, we're gonna play good teams.
Yeah.
So you kind of need that little confident boost within the team.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's hard if you play a really good team and you have a 0-3 record.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck with your head.
Yeah.
Right.
So definitely, I like that we could do this and kind of get the confidence back up again.
For sure. And it was nice, the first home game. Our parents were there.
Yes.
Had some friends there and everything. It was just a fun first experience. And we had quite a few people in the stands, and it was a good vibe. It was definitely a nice experience for our first game in KC. Anyways, so some of the other scores in the league, we watched a little bit of these games, but not too much. It's literally the morning after. So the Texas versus Denver game ended 21-7 to Texas. But that was a lot tighter than what I expected. I thought Texas would put up a lot more against Denver, because the thing is, I don't know too much about Denver, but I wasn't really expecting that much from Denver. I always knew Denver is a good team, but I just didn't know too much about them to expect them to put up that good of a fight. And I think from what we watched a little bit, it was definitely a defense game.
And then you gotta think about, because that's what I was thinking about comparing to our game, because in our game, we let up 20 points on offense from turnovers.
Right.
So if you would take that away, that's just 28 points.
Right.
So it's almost the same. And obviously, we didn't see the whole game, but I think this year, for all teams playing Texas, if you can keep down the turnovers and stuff, it could be closer games. Because 21-7, and I think pretty far along in the game, it was just 14-7.
It was. They only scored it late fourth quarter.
Exactly. So Denver did a really good job. I expected it to be a bigger difference.
Yeah.
So Denver's really, these first 2 weeks, they've shown out.
I like that.
I like it too.
But also, when I was watching the game a little bit, Texas offense did not look the same as they played against us.
Yeah.
Which is because at first I was okay, well, maybe it plays a part that Denver has seen film from our game, because obviously now we've all seen film for all. But I feel like they played a very different kind of offense, but I didn't watch the whole game, so I don't really know. But,
I mean, it would make sense because Denver doesn't play the same defense we do, and stuff.
But I saw some strong like passing game from both Texas and Denver, and I always love to see that in the women's league, especially now with the pick 9 rule. Like, I just love that they're still going for it, and they're still like, there was some dots in that game, I'm not gonna lie. So, but for some reason, I feel like that was maybe one of those games where both the offense, they were like moving the ball, but they weren't finishing it.
I feel like that's a common thing with a lot of teams. You can get in the red zone, but you just can't finish the job.
You keep moving the chains, but then that's it.
And then another game that went down this weekend is the Houston Mississippi game. We watched some highlights from that game and a little bit of it, and that ended 18-0 for Mississippi. I don't know if I'm surprised, just because of watching Houston last week against Denver. I kind of felt like this was gonna happen. Before the season, I thought it was gonna be closer.
That's what I was about to say. Like, before the season, I would think that it would have been tighter. But then after seeing them play Denver and then Mississippi played their game, like, I kind of expected Mississippi to win by more. But from what we watched in the first game when they played Denver, they didn't play certain like star players. For whatever reasons, and now they did, so I don't know. But again, like, we mostly saw highlights, so I don't know if that made a huge difference. I mean, 18-0, like, that's not bad, to be honest. But
it's not. And then you got to think about, I mean, Houston brought in a lot of good players, like we talked about last time, but Mississippi did too. They got a lot of players from Atlanta.
Those two teams stacked up this offseason.
They really did. So I think, like, it's a pretty decent score. Like, I'm not surprised by it. I maybe would have thought Houston would have gotten at least a touchdown.
I would have expected them to score.
They had some more players this game that didn't play last game that are game changers for real, but I guess it just didn't work out anyway. So,
and then another game was San Diego versus Utah that ended 24-7 for San Diego, and that was a little surprising because Utah has been a very strong team. So for them to lose San Diego by that much, I mean, it's not a huge amount, but it's still like,
it's still not what you, I think, like, after last week, after the first week, at least for me, like, I've had to reevaluate a lot of teams because they're not where they were. It's like Utah was a lot stronger last year.
They were a top team.
They were. I'm
not saying they're not a top team anymore,
but they won that conference last year. And San Diego, they were a good team last year too. They made the playoffs, but I thought it would be closer still. That was the same thing watching Utah and Seattle last weekend, and I was like, how was that game? Because that game was closer than this game.
And that's kind of what we were saying in our first episode when we talked about just like, it's so like hard to, like, before the season started, it was so hard to even like try to rank teams because so much has changed. And even if like star players go to a team, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll get along with everybody or it'll be a perfect team. Like, you still need to build connections, especially when it's like a new quarterback or something. Like, they still need to build those connections with the receivers and everything. So it doesn't automatically mean that. But I also feel like it's such an early stage, like, we're all still getting it together. So I feel like this year, if any year, like, she might really like switch up. Like, it's gonna be a lot of plot twists. Like, teams that have been winning by a lot, like, they're gonna lose by a lot all of a sudden, and vice versa.
And as the season goes along, it also, like, you'll get injuries, you'll get all those kind of stuff. So it might look so different towards the end of the regular season compared to in the beginning. Like, you never know what's gonna happen.
I feel like this season is more interesting than last season was, at least like for now. But then again, it might, like, the differences might also like get bigger, but we'll see.
All right, so that was this weekend's games. Obviously there were more games, but these were the ones that kind of stood out a little bit to us. So this week we are getting back on the road and we're driving to Tennessee for game week 3. Tennessee's coming off a 0-2 record. They lost both of their games.
So they lost to Atlanta week 1 by 20-0, and then this week, or last week, that week 2, they lost to Washington 26-0. So I mean, it's not huge losses, but to start your season with, that's still it's still not 7-0, and also to not have scored as like any points yet this season, like, I feel like that might be mentally tougher for Tennessee.
I think that's definitely mentally tough on an offense, knowing you're 2 games in, you haven't scored a single touchdown. and you still have some really good teams to play.
Right.
Tennessee's in the Eastern, so they are probably playing like Florida and, as well, but you still have a lot of games left against really good teams. So that's definitely a toll on your confidence.
Definitely. And we haven't watched Tennessee games at all, but I could imagine that it's frustrating for defense because those scores were not bad on defense. Also, some of the points might have been scored against offense. Again, pick 9 or whatsoever. So I don't know, it's frustrating, especially like we've been in teams where defense was doing their job and offense couldn't finish, and it's just like there's only certain amount of defense that we can really do, you know, like we're gonna let in a little point, so we need offense to do their job as well, and if we're on the field all the time, it's gonna get rough to defend.
It is. And it's also, that part is also hard when you're on the offense, like not only not scoring, but also knowing that your defense is out there doing the work and you can't like do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Just the feeling towards your teammate, knowing they're out there like working their ass off, that's hard. And it's going to create some kind of a like, I don't want to say tension, but still some kind of like feelings in the team between an offense and a defense. You're going to get frustrations among players. So I think it's important for them, not against us, but, you know, to get some points in on offense. Or for any team that hasn't scored yet. Get those points
I think this week it was actually a lot of games that ended something to nothing. That a lot of teams did not score at all this week. But we're definitely going into Tennessee, like, feeling good about the team and feeling good about the game. It's not going to be an easy game, but definitely not an easy game, but it's also not our toughest opponent, but we're going into every game thinking it's our toughest.
It shouldn't be, but
you never know.
But you never know. And it's hard to predict because them playing Washington and Atlanta, none of the teams that we've played have played them, so we can't really compare.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to know where they're at, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about European football. So the European Championship tournament, it no longer works like the Worlds, where it's a tournament over a week and you play 3 games in a week. It now works so that you have 2 games in 2 years, so it's over 2 years. So we're into the second year now, so all teams have played 2 games, and then this past weekend was third round for certain teams. And basically, the tournament hasn't even ended yet, but Spain is now the champions. So congratulations, Spain.
Which is crazy because
I know,
because we both played for team, or we do both play for team Sweden and Finland when we're home, and we have 2 games left, and it's already done. Like it's already settled who's gonna be the champions.
Finland and Sweden has only played 2 games so far, so we still have 2 more games. But because Spain and GB were the top teams, and Spain beat GB and they're now 3-0, nobody else can actually catch up to them, so we're playing 2 games. Well, Finland can still fight for silver for the second place, but it's still a little bit like, okay, well, that's it.
You still know you can't win.
Right.
I don't like how they did it. I want the tournament where we fly in there, we're there for a week.
The tournaments, the week-long tournaments, they're rough because you have to play 3 games in a week, but it's so much better than have to do these individual games. And then you actually get to have one team that plays the whole tournament, because now we've had like 1 game in the spring and 1 in the fall. So all of us that play internationally, we can't play the spring game. So we both missed the spring game last year, and then we played the fall game, and we're gonna miss the spring games again, and then we're thinking about playing the fall games. It's just like the team is changing all the time, and then it's over 2 years. Like some people probably retired after last year, so they were like they started the European Championship tournament, but they're not even winning it.
But also for me, what's interesting about this is that Spain hasn't had a national team since 2015. They played in the Euros 2015 when it was in Spain. Since then, they have not had a national team, and they come back and they win the whole thing.
And the thing is, in Spain, they don't even play 11-man football. When we play there, they play 7-man, and then like 2 teams play 9-man football.
There's literally not ballers.
No, they do. They actually, like, Spain is one of those countries that they don't have the federation to build a whole league like that. But the ballers that they do have, damn, they're athletes.
They're good.
They're athletes. Shout out to her girl Olga,
because
she's a baller and she needs to get out of Spain. Like, right. you need to come stateside, okay?
No, that's like, I'm really happy for Spain because it's also fun then because you can see like women's football growing that way. Like, you haven't had a national team for almost like 9 years, and then you come back and you're actually so good that you were able to win a European championship against teams who've had national teams throughout all these years.
And Finland has won the last 2 European champs, the only 2 European champs. There's been 2 tournaments before. Finland won both and got bronze in the Worlds. Now we're 5th right now. I think we're ranked 5th right now. And Spain got, I don't know. But I'm so happy because we played in Spain and we coached in Spain. So, like, basically our whole team is in the national team because they're small teams. So I'm so happy for them. If anybody else had to win but our teams, it would be Spain for us. Definitely. That's our girls. So congratulations on European Championship. Congrats. And we're going to have to pull up on y'all at some point and we can go celebrate.
So something we did want to talk about is the importance of coaches and coaching staffs, and I think we've realized over the years that we played and being in different teams what a huge difference it can make just depending on what kind of coaches you have.
And I feel like that's something that's kind of the beauty of us having played in so many teams with so many coaching staffs, that you really get to, because if we always had the same coaching staff, like I don't think we would really like know the difference like that. But when you get to see all these different staffs and you get to feel like working with different coaches and everything as a coach and as a player, you really get to like peep how like big of a role that makes, like in so many aspects of, because a lot of athletes quit their sport because of a shitty coach, and a lot of them fell in love with the sport again because of a good coach.
Right. And also what we talk about a lot is that it don't really matter how long you've played, you still need good coaching. Like, you can always get better, you always got things that you can develop, so you need these coaches. Some people think that, okay, well, if you played for like 15-20 years, you don't really need that much coaching anymore. Like, yes, you do. I still need like people to tell me, oh, you're fucking this up, because I will still make mistakes. And I need a coach who can like see that, tell me, and then get me to do it right. And also, like, yeah, I can watch myself from practice film, but I also want the immediate like feedback. But we've also been in a lot of situations where teams that we played for, or that who's wanted us to play for them, they've just kind of been like almost more like, oh, well, y'all are so experienced and y'all are already coaches, so y'all can come in here and pretty much coach. And it's like, no, like, I do love coaching, and us as players, we're very much like the leader type. Like, whenever we are in a team, like, we do help coaching our teammates. That's just who we are as players. But I don't want the role of a coach when I'm playing. I want it to be separate. So I don't want to go into a team and have to coach my teammates, because like you said, like, I still want somebody to call me out on my mistakes. And even if I was the best player in the world, I still want to get better. Like, there's always room to get better. So when I'm playing, I want to play. So it's really important to have those coaching staff, and that's when we go through our free agency process. Like, that was like, especially this year, that was our biggest emphasis. Like, we had meetings with all of the coaching staffs that from the teams that we talked to, because that was just like pretty much our deciding factor on where we wanted to go. It was the level of coaching and how we felt about the coaches. And that was definitely like one of the reasons that we decided to come to KC.
The biggest.
Because honestly, straight off having our recruitment meeting with them, the coaches were there and they were already like showing us that they watched film. They like broke down our film, what they've seen we can do, what we need to work on, and getting that straight off was like, they know what they're talking about. And also, they're actually putting the time and effort into it, because you can also have great coaches but they don't really care too much. Like, they're at practice, but then that's it. Having coaches that will put in time to watch film, break down film, make comments, all of that, it's gonna make your team so much better.
And about the free agency process, like, they didn't scout us because they knew we were free agents. They scouted us before we were free agents. And even once we were free agents, they didn't know about it when they first kind of they didn't reach out because they didn't know we were free agents, but it came up once we had already been free agents for like a week or two. It came up, And they already knew all of this about us. So when we had the meeting and they were like, oh, you did this and you did that and you played it, and we were like, okay, y'all really like done your research before you even knew that there's a possibility that we were gonna come here. And then I think for us, like, not only having those meetings and talking about how we fit into the team football wise, but these coaches were like, the energy, I feel like that's also an important factor for us, like the energy that the coaches be giving us. These coaches made sure we come here. Like, they kept reaching out, they kept checking in on us. To this day, every single practice we go to, at least one of the coaches is checking in on us. Do you guys actually enjoy it here? Is there anything that I can do to help you guys? Is there anything y'all need? Do you need this or that? Like, what can we do?
Also a part, like, some coaches just show up to practice and then they leave. But having coaches who also care about you as a football player, but they also care about that you're good off the field as well. That makes it different, because especially for us, since, you know, this is not our job, and everybody on the team, they got their own job, you know, you got your whole life going on. Having coaches who actually also care about you off the field and what goes on there, that matters, because it's hard sometimes for people to let that go and just step on the field and be a completely different person. So them understanding and supporting and checking in on you, that's gonna make a difference.
But especially as international players, because whenever we come into a new team, we come into a situation that we don't know much about. Even if we know where we're gonna live, that we have our address, whatever, we know our situation, but like, we don't really know what we're coming into. So the coach is really making us feel like we're good here, we got help if we need something. The coaches here make us feel like we're at home, we're really wanted here, and that they really want us to come back as well, because it's a lot of coaches who appreciate us as football players, and they make sure that we enjoy the football part, but they're not making sure that we enjoy, and technically it's not their job, but as a player, as an international player, and as an international player who has options like to go anywhere else, because it really doesn't matter if I travel to KC if I travel somewhere else. When we're not local players where it's convenient, like, none of this is convenient for us. So it's like, it really plays a huge part of like what feels right. So for them to like make sure that we actually like it here, we want to come back here for more than just football. Y'all doing shit right.
And it was interesting, it was actually my parents who said that today. My brother, he plays soccer, right? And he signed to a new team this year. And our parents were here at the game yesterday, and not even us like asking our coaches, but our coaches actually came up to our parents to introduce themselves, talk to them. And my dad said, like, all y'all coaches were there talking to us. My brother's coach, he never shook in their hands, he never said hi to them. It's a different thing, and I really like that, and that makes us feel like comfortable, and it's gonna make us perform better. Because I mean, the more you do for me, the more I want to do for you. Type shit. Like, it's not like, oh, I need so much to be a good player. Like, no, obviously I'm always give my best, but like, if I really want to be here, I'm also like, I'll give different energy when you're giving different energy to me. And we've been in a lot of teams where we haven't had position coaches for all the positions. We've had to step in and coach, and that's like one thing, if that's the deal to begin with. Like, when we went to Spain, that was the deal. We were there as coaches.
Were actually supposed to go as just coaches at first.
So then I'm fine with that. But if I sign to a team as a player, I'm not supposed to be doing the coaching. I'm not the one who's supposed to be breaking down film for teammates.
Yeah, no, like I said, like, we are leader players, so we're still gonna help our teammates. We still like to give notes and like help coaching during practice, but I don't want the expectation of I have to break down film. And then we've been in teams where they don't film practices, we don't get any feedback. Like, how are we supposed to get better when we don't see our mistakes? Here, I don't think we even made it home from the game before they had already uploaded the film, and the notes were up by 10 a.m. the next morning. They did it overnight.
I woke up Sunday morning, the notes were out there. I was like, what do our coaches not have lives? I don't know.
Like, I thought y'all was out.
Question, what do y'all do?
What do
y'all ain't got shit
because
to do?
I thought y'all all went out.
Because like, why am I waking up Sunday morning and the notes already there?
Why is my first notification that I see in the morning notes from my coach? Like, damn, I was expecting a good morning text. But
hey, good morning, boo.
I ain't that.
Coach Lane.
No, you suck.
You went the wrong way. Where the fuck are you doing this? Like, what?
No, but real talk, I appreciate that so much, especially
that's
like
what you want,
because we have 5 days to prepare for the next game, so we need that up quickly. And they upload like practice film immediately, like before we even make it home for practice. Practice film is up too, and then we go over it and we get notes and everything, and they actually like put a lot of detail into notes, and then we watch the film together. You watch it by yourself, read the notes, but you also watch it with the coaches. Like we have meetings and stuff, and a lot of teams don't do that, and that's just one of those things that kind of separates like professionalism and just hobby teams.
And also because a lot of times coaches, they will just do whatever is convenient for them, but also I feel like a reason we come here, and what I've noticed with our coaching group here, they involve us. They ask us, so do you guys want film, do you want us to have film on this day, and then like they involve us in it, which I like as well. Because sometimes what might be convenient for a coach is not necessarily what's the best option for you as player.
And that's also a sign of very good coaching, because whether it's something like that, like, oh, should we have film this day or that day, or it's something like what's going on the field, like, because it's a lot of coaches who they don't want their players to have anything to say, but like our coaches, they'll literally be like, okay, what are you seeing on the field? Do you think this is working, or should we do this? Like the amount of times that my linebacker coach has asked me like, okay, is this better or is this better? And then I get to like, okay, I think this is better, and then we'll play that and we'll see how it goes, and then if I was wrong, obviously we'll change it. But like the fact that they are asking us, because they know they can't see everything and they're not perfect at everything, so asking for opinions, I feel like that's a sign of a good coach, but also like a mature and a confident coach, because it's a lot of insecure coaches who want to think that they know everything, but they know that they don't know everything, but they can't admit that. So as soon as you bring something up, and that we've worked with those kind of coaches as well, and they're really hard to work with, because you try to tell them this is not working, like I have the stats right here, we get minus 8 yards on this run play every time, why are we doing it like this? But they just can't, especially as women. Sometimes if it's a man, like a male coach, like sometimes it's a kind of an ego thing as well, to where it's hard to listen to a woman. No, our coaches don't know.
They don't have that kind of pride. No. They want us to communicate. And that doesn't mean that we're telling them what to do. This is just, okay, this is what is looking from our view. They take that into account when they make adjustments. And I think that's what you said. That is what separates coaches. If you're able to do that or not. It's another one of those things.
You're so much more tan. Why is... Oh, your wrist coach.
Do I have a line?
Not like a strict line, but I can see that you're more pale right here and you're a little bit more tanned over. Do you have bicep bands? I actually don't.
No.
Do I even have turf tape lines?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't think, maybe the UV.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe the UV wasn't that high.
I did put spray on as well.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not us checking our chance in the middle of just... Alright, so a random thought that I had today.
Okay.
So I went with my parents to brunch, and I'm from a small city. There's no brunches really.
Right.
So I was looking at this place and I was like, okay, let me see if I can reserve. And apparently they don't do reservations; they do wait lists. Okay. So you put your name on a waiting list, and then it shows you like how long. So I put us up on a waiting list, and it was like an hour.
Wait, is this like you can do it on a phone?
Right, you do it online.
So you could do it at home.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yes. But we didn't really want to wait an hour at first, so we were like, let's go see somewhere. But anyway, we ended up going to that place, and it was like 30 minutes left of our waiting time. But I was like, let me sneak up a little bit. So I like started talking to the girl that worked at the front desk, and all of a sudden she's doing this, and we get a table. And I'm like, why y'all got me waiting? Because we obviously waited to go there.
Yeah.
Places here, especially, I feel like. Remember when we went to a club and we were in line for like 20, 30 minutes, and I can literally see through the window inside. Ain't no people in there. Why y'all not letting people? What is the deal with having people waiting? And I can clearly see there's free tables. I can see ain't no people in there.
I understand the club thing, because that's their like marketing of like they have to make it look like it's so popular. But with the club, I feel like it's different. Did I not just fucking text you and tell you why I called you?
You did not just,
bro,
interrupt our podcast.
See, this is why you put it on fucking airplane mode. So I do get the part of like nightclubs, because that's like a business marketing thing, because people are also like, when you go to a club, like a lot of people, they get drunk and they're like desperate to go to a club. Like if they get to the line, they are gonna wait in the line, and the line is gonna make it look like it's so popular that everybody wants to. It's like to make it look like it's so popular. But at brunch, especially because the line is not physically there, so you can't actually like drive past and be like, oh, what's that popular spot? Because if you walk past a club and you see it's a long line, you're gonna be like, damn, that shit must be popping. But at brunch, like, it's a waiting list, and also like nobody's gonna wait that long for a brunch. Like, nobody's desperate to get brunch. I know,
and also you see all these free tables,
right?
So why is there a wait list when there's like 10 free tables? Just like fill them up and let people eat,
right?
And the thing was, I didn't even know this, so because I was looking at multiple places, right? And they all had wait lists, and we were all like, how many people go out for brunch in Kansas City,
right?
Why is there a wait list? Why is there a wait list on every single brunch place?
I don't get the whole wait list thing. So you literally don't even have to go there. You just do it on your phone. But like, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. I was so confused. And then also the fact that I could just walk up there and I got a table half an hour before it said I was gonna get a table. I was about to be like,
that makes no sense. Because the club thing, I get it's annoying, but it's marketing. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess the problem, what I'm trying to say is, I need all the VIP shit because I'm done.
Wristband
where I can go anywhere. That's done.
I need to be able to just say my name and they will know who I am.
That's the problem. The problem is that I don't be going out enough to know people.
The problem is I'm a nobody. And I don't like it. We talked about it. We don't want me to be famous, but I want people to know my name, but I don't want to be famous. I want to be one of those people who just has mad connections. Like, nobody actually, like, I'm not famous,
right?
But I just got mad connections. When I say I want to get to this,
right? And when I get inside, I'm good. I just do, like, I hate standing in line. Standing in line pisses me off.
See, I feel like I'm also spoiled because my mom is one of those people who has connections everywhere. Like, everybody knows my mom. Like, she's not famous, but everybody knows my mom somehow. And so I've never waited in line. Like, when we, like, even when my damn near first time going to a club is like, we went to some VIP. First of all, I was way too young to even go in, but she got me in. I wasn't underage. I was 18, but it was a plus 24. This fancy ass VIP.
Okay,
just
mom.
Just skip the line because she's VIP there and stuff. Like, I'm not used to. And then football games. I've never bought a ticket to a football game. Like, at least in Finland, barely anywhere else either. And we just like skip the line type. Like, I feel like I've been a little spoiled. So now if I have to stand in line, I'm like, who the fuck?
No, but for real, and like in the club, and then you're in the line, and then you need to pee, and you're standing there. That's not letting people in.
But that's also like, for people like me, because I'm like already like don't like going out that much. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, let's have fun tonight. And I'm gonna go out, and then I'm trying to have a good time, but I'm an introvert. So like sometimes my social battery just runs out. If I have to stand in this motherfucking line, I'm going home. Like, I'm going home, and y'all just lost a lot of money, because if I was lit, I would have probably been spending money. But now I'm going home, sleep. You know what I was thinking about? What?
Oh God.
What? If you had a baby, would you like make an Instagram account for the baby? Or like if you have a dog, I feel like it's a different thing. Okay, God. the whole pets and babies is a different thing. But if you had a baby, would you make an Instagram account for your baby?
Hell no.
You know how people are like, they make an Instagram account. No offense, like if you have Instagram, do your thing. Okay,
very much offense.
True. Yeah,
don't
it's
make
a little
an
weird.
Instagram account for your baby.
But it's also one thing to like make an account, but it's another thing to comment with your baby's account, which obviously is you, in your own pictures, and like post for your own birthday, like happy birthday, mommy, 39 years old. Like,
I'm sorry,
like your 6-month-old baby, bro.
You know what also would kill me? So imagine you have a baby, because like pets, people love animals. Right. So I'm not even going to start with that.
Right.
But imagine you start an account, Instagram account for your kid.
Right.
And that kid gets more popular than you.
Right. But that's what some of them are trying to do if they have like a cute baby. They just trying to make money off of it. But also, I don't understand, because like I feel like if I made a page for either my baby or like a dog, I would rather do it for a dog, because people love to see like dog pictures. I still want to do that, but I could do it just because people love to see dogs and stuff. So if you're like a dog lover, like you would follow that page. But my baby, like that's literally a part of my life. Like if you want to see my baby, like you could just be on my page. Like I would just post it on my page if I want to post
like
my baby.
we're already living in a world where like social media, we're so exploited. why do we gotta put a baby out on like social media?
And like,
leave that baby alone.
Right, like, literally
leave that baby
does the baby
alone.
want to be on Instagram, first of all?
Part.
I don't mind like people posting their babies. Like, I feel like that's also, some people are like very against it and some people are like very for it. I don't care. Like, if you want to post your baby, post your baby, but
you don't have to.
Right, I mean, you don't have to, but I like if I had a baby, I could post them like on my Instagram and stuff. Like, probably not all the fucking time, but like I would post them on my Instagram. But I'm not gonna make a whole fucking page for this baby. Like, what that baby do? Like, what?
And then it says account ran by mom and dad, and and I'm like you said, just post it on yours. People probably get sick of us posting football shit all the time. Do you think people do it because they're like, okay, there's a lot of people, they're gonna get sick of me posting my baby all the time, so let me make an account where people who are actually close to me and interested in my kid, they can go watch it. Right.
I mean, I feel like that's probably part of the thought process there, because I do feel like that's also what a lot of people do. Like, they have like a personal page and then like athlete page. For me personally, I'm gonna combine it, because if you don't care about football, you literally don't care about me. Because that is me. Like, the fuck, like, if you don't want to see my football shit, you have nothing else to see. Like, I wouldn't post enough on my personal page because all my personal shit is football type shit. So at the same time, but that's also one thing that pisses me off about people. They take it so deep, like unfollowing people. Bro, if I don't want to see your shit, I don't want to see your shit. Like, it's not personal. It don't mean I hate you, but if you keep spamming something all the time, like, and if somebody feels like, because I do post a lot, so like, if somebody feels like I'm posting too much, I don't give a fuck if you unfollow me. Like, if that bothers your day, please, like, unfollow me. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's not that deep. But like, some people make it so deep. Homeboy we met in Spain, who literally DM'd me. I had unfollowed him like a year ago. And this is just like a random, like, a friend of a friend, like, we barely even know him. And I like unfollowed him because I don't fucking know him, for real. And he DM'd me like fucking a year later, like, oh, I saw the unfollow. And I'm like, okay, it's not like it was a secret. Like, and I said, it's not that deep. And he's like, yeah, I just thought we should stay in contact. We haven't stayed in contact. Why would we stay in contact? We never was in contact. Like, why are you
That's
making
the crazy part.
We was never in contact. It's not even like somebody that I used to talk to or whatever. Like, what you mean stay in contact? We haven't.
I feel like the only way you can create an account for your animal is if it's funny as fuck. Like, y'all should go check out this Cooking with Beagles. They're funny as fuck. Shout out.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but they funny as fuck. Go on TikTok, check them out. I don't need to see like your dog taking his daily shit either. Like,
right. But yeah, I approve of the dog pages more. I'm just not gonna follow them because I don't like. I love dogs, but not that much to where I want to see them on my page all the time. Like, I'm not gonna follow a page just because of that. But the whole baby, like, and again, if you want to have an account for your baby because you want to post your baby so much and you don't want people to unfollow you because you post your baby so much because they all care about your ass, but don't fucking comment as if you're the baby when, like, especially, and it's also one thing if both the mom and the dad are running the page and then the mom is like typing for the dad like, oh, happy birthday, but also like you could just do it on your personal page because obviously you're the one wishing him happy birthday, not your 6-month-old baby. But when it's single moms with a deadbeat baby daddy and they're commenting like they're wishing themselves a happy birthday, like, what's wrong? Like, I feel like that's a little bit of a condition.
I don't even know what to say because I'm just like at that point we've just taken social media too far.
Right. Like, not everything gotta be on social media.
We need to, like, and we are on social media a lot, so even for us to say that that's when it's a little too far. Right. That would kind of be like us using our podcast going, we don't comment on our shit. Like, we might share shit.
Right. I'm not gonna comment on my own shit saying inspiration.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're repost stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna use our podcast account to go on my post and be like,
you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Because even if it was me commenting on you, I'm just commenting on my personal page. I'm not gonna make it look like you're saying that to yourself.
That would make, like, that's
the crazy part is
crazy people behavior.
The crazy part is the way this even, like, I started thinking about this is because somebody's homeboy somebody's baby mama stalked my page with her baby's account. which the baby daddy doesn't even follow. And obviously she was stalking it because of the baby daddy, because I know the baby daddy. So she was stalking my page. But I'm like, first of all, I know whose baby that is. Like, you might as well stalk me with your own page. I know whose baby that is. Like, you're out here trying to be sneaky. Yeah. But first of all, the page is public. I know whose baby that is. Like, might as well just come with your own name.
For me as well, like, do you know how many crazy people are out there? Why would I want anybody to be able to see photos of my kid? Right. If I made one, I would never. But if I ever do, just, I don't know, slap the shit out of me or some shit. I don't know.
I'm gonna report it.
Nah, at that point, just send me to an institution or some shit, because something's wrong.
No, sit down with me and say, what's up? So, what's really going on?
But if I did do it, why would I want it to be public for anybody to go see my baby? I would have it private, because it would be for my, like, close friends and family.
Yeah.
Like, but having it
literally public, just be like an update page for like family.
But having it public, do you know how many like creepy people are out there that watch pictures of kids?
Right.
No.
But also, again, like, I could have my own public page and still post my baby. Right now, I can't even tell like what I would do. Like, would I post them, or would I maybe post them without posting their face, because I obviously don't have a baby, by the way, and I'm not planning to have one right now. So I don't really know, because I have been kind of in between of like, would I want to show their face like in public? And at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I could, but I probably wouldn't post them all the fucking time type shit if my page is public. Yeah. But I don't really care if people want to show their kid or not. Like, I don't really have an opinion on that. But the whole making a page and then stalking your baby daddies, people, and commenting shit,
like, it don't surprise me at this point, but we need to do better as humans.
At the end of the day, you do what you gotta do.
As long as it makes sense to you.
As long as it makes sense to you.
But yeah, no.
Everybody's different, but that's just
unless you're you got a dog that's really, really special and funny
or cute, super cute.
Stop making accounts for your kids and your pets.
And it's just like, I just feel like, why would I want to have to post on 2 social medias for that? Well, says the social media manager who posts on like several pages, but that's my work. But I'm talking about like, why would I do all that effort just to get 4 likes for my dog? Because it's one thing if it's like a super cute dog or super funny, like where you can actually go viral, and then it is some people who have made pages. And I feel like it's also one thing, if I ever was to make a page for my kid, it would be once they're like 7 years old, and if they're like a fucking freak athlete, yeah, I'm gonna post their fucking highlights. I'm gonna be like, that's my baby. And because that will actually go far in their athletic career if you get them out there, like in today's social media world, like that can actually go far. Because you see these kids whose like parents post their highlights, and now they got college offers and they're fucking 7 years old. Like, not that, I don't know if that actually like stands, if they're actually gonna go to that college, but it would only be like that type. But if you're actually like very fucking talented, which obviously my kid will be, either in sports just by the way, either in sports or then in something else, but probably if it's mostly my DNA, it's probably sports.
Comes out unathletic as fuck, I will die.
I'm just saying they're gonna have some type of talent, but most likely athleticism. I'm just saying, because like, yeah, but I mean, or if they can like sing really well or something, like, yeah, because that's like once they're old enough to also kind of have an opinion, like, do you want to be on social media? Like, do you want these to be posted? Not that a 7-year-old really understand what that means. And today's 7-year-olds do want to be on social media because that's just how they grew up. But that's the only way I would ever, if it's like, okay, it's for your future career. When you're 6 months old, you don't need shit. The fuck?
So, should we go make one for Buddy and Charlie?
We should have started.
Listen, if y'all see an Instagram account, Buddy and Charlie, mind your business, okay?
Go follow. We making money. That was random, but anyways, that's pretty much the episode for the day. So actually, also next week we will not be posting an episode, unfortunately, because we are going to be traveling, and we're going to be traveling in different places for a couple days. So we're going to be gone the day that we would film it, and we're going to be gone the day we would have to edit it and post it.
We do have a bye week after the Tennessee game, so we'll still get an episode out before the next game, and we'll do like a recap of those 2 weekends.
But again, if you have anything specific you want us to talk about, let us know. We have got some requests and stuff, so we'll obviously look through all of those, but it's always nice to hear what other people want to hear. So let us know.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.